What is up, my collie friends? So I want to show you guys this little workout that I put together out here. I showed this stuff to Tom in one of my, or a couple of my private lessons with him like several months ago. This is something that I started doing like a few months into my collie training. And when I showed Tom, he said it's called line play. I think that's a great name for it. So that's what I put together today. It's some line play drills. This is something that I love to do, and it really helps with training. So I wanted to kind of put this up here for you guys, and maybe it'll kind of inspire some other people to do something similar to this. What I do when I do line play is I put together, it's almost like kind of like forms that I put together, but I piece together forms of things that I've learned off of the Collie Center website and off of like Paul's new classes that he's doing like every week on Gumroad. And so what this exercise does is it allows me to put a bunch of this stuff together in like one exercise and work on everything like all at once. Because Collie, for those of you that are studying it, is super dense. And for those of you that are studying it from Collie Center, they got a lot of material online, a lot of stuff, really hard to remember everything, especially if you're just trying to remember like just the drills that they've got online. So what this exercise I'm going to show you, what this has allowed me to do is kind of take bits and pieces of each drill and kind of mash them together into just one thing, so that it's kind of like helping me to know how to put the art form to piece it together, and it makes it so that it's kind of like how do you put it? It's kind of like making it so that it's very personalized. It's making it so that you're kind of creating your art, but you're using the stuff that you're learning on like the Collie Center website or through like the training classes and stuff that you do with them if you're doing Collie Center stuff. Or if you don't do Collie Center stuff, probably should. But you can, I'm sure you can do this with whatever Collie skills you already have. So let me show you this. What I do is, let me see if I can get this flipped around here. So what I do is I put my lines down on the floor here with chalk. Okay, you don't have to do this, but what I found in doing this is it makes it so that, you know, I've measured out the pacing accurately, and so when I do it, the lines, it makes it so that I end up being a lot more accurate once I start doing this with like circling and stuff like that. So let me show you kind of what this is. So these lines, I put together 3 lines that I've been working on this morning. And these are based on what I've been really kind of reviewing this week, what I've been learning like on the Collie Center website. So I've been focusing on the videos on recordering. I've been focusing on recordering using umbrellas. And then I wanted to put in some of the stuff from Paul's latest class that he put up on Gumroad where he's working on the thrust. So I kind of mashed all this stuff together, and I'll kind of show you the lines here really fast. So line 1. So bring your feet together on a 2, and we're going to step and we're going to do a broken thrust, a number 2 thrust, flipping it, coming up the forward triangle, re-quartering with the reverse number 2, coming out on the umbrella on the counter on the 90 degrees. Then, I've been working on horizontal strikes too. So coming with a horizontal backhand to a vertical downward strike, ending in the number 7 guard position. So I'll just do this real quick. This isn't really an instructional video, this is just to kind of give you guys an idea. So one more time, bring the feet together on a 2, broken, fluid, boom, 3/4, hit the umbrella, horizontal, vertical, ending, and the number 7 guard. So that's line number 1. Line number 2, so I came up the right side of the diamond bridging. Now I'm going to bridge up the left side. So we're coming up with the thrust, 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 3/4 coming down on with the number 2 slash, hitting that umbrella. This time coming down with the number 2, 3/4ing on the 3, broken 4, 3/4ing into contradas, out of contradas with the number 2 Floretti, 2, 3, back on 4. That's a long one. I love that one. So let's do this one again. So feet together on 2, thrust, 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 3/4 on the 2, hit the umbrella, 2, 3/4 on the 3, broken 4, into contradas, just taking contradas, Floretti, out of contradas, back to contact, and coming back on the segment with your number 4. Line number 3 is we're going to be bridging on the 1, 3/4ing on the 3, and then coming up the new forward triangle with the 2 into a largo thrust. If any of you have seen Paul's latest class, some of this stuff is going to end up looking pretty familiar to you. So it's 1, 2, 3 on the 3/4, 2 into largo thrust. So just go through all one time. So what I like to do is, in doing this exercise, what I recommend is kind of drawing it out if you want to, so that it really helps a lot for getting the right pacing with your footwork, and making sure you're hitting the correct angles with your footwork while you're focusing on calibration as well. But what you want to do, I'll do it in a second, I'll go through all of them one time, is you want to end up doing this with circling. But okay, so the first one is broken 2, thrust, thrust, reverse 2, umbrella, horizontal, vertical, out in number 7 guard. Then we got thrust, 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 slash, umbrella, 2, 3, broken 4, into contradas, out of contradas, boom, back to contact, out on the forward. Then we've got 1, 2, 3/4 on the 3, and 2, a largo thrust. So once you got all that down, what I like to do, it makes it, it's actually kind of difficult, is to start kind of circling. So work on your circling footwork, and then do a line. Then back to circling. Then do the next line. Then circle to the next line. So that's what I'm going to kind of demonstrate here. So just kind of slicing high or encompassing, feet together, boom. There's the first line. Say frame here for you guys. That's the second line. Back to circling. Third line. Yeah. See, gives you something to think about. First line. Second line. Into the first one. The third one. Move. Do that one again. 1, 2, 3/4 on the 3. Move. basically it. So building those lines took me, I don't know, about an hour and a half to put all that together. So it takes a little while to build all of it, but once you build it, you can kind of just work those lines, come back to, you know, measuring it out, then go back to circling, you know, or just do it without the circling, without the lines. You can really progress this, and building your own lines like this really allows you to, it has for me anyways, allowed me to really push myself and make myself really kind of comprehend this stuff that I'm learning and how it kind of fits together. Anyway, that's line play. Some couple of drills for you guys. Hope it gives you some ideas. Thanks for watching. Deuces.